the truth profoundly. These are Germans here. Follow me to the message clear. Go Paul, Das, and Paul. They say Duane the writer leads the way. Time to madness, it's blight. Gotta wake up, see the light.
It means I kind of think you as a friend, man. I think you're a friend.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you consider me a friend?
Why, yes, but we're still rather in the introduction modes. In other words,
Oh, of course, yeah.
We're talking on Skype. You know, we haven't really met each other except for the real side where I beat you up with Revazar. So again, that's
Damn.
and then there was the bird thing also where I was, things were kind of funny, etc. So where you tried to beat me up, but one of the boys held
I
you
didn't try to
back.
beat you up. What the fuck?
Yeah, remember?
Oh, after you killed my birds, that's right.
Yeah, no, I didn't kill your birds. You had already killed the birds.
You're the one with the knife, man.
Well, those were fake. See, those were the fake birds.
You had them, man. Oh, the birds were fake. Are all the birds fake?
You had already killed the birds, Eric. I was just showing you that what you were doing.
They were alive before you showed up, man.
Well, those were fake ones on the real side, just like how we beat you up. It was really fake.
It felt real.
I know, but, doesn't mean it's real.
Does that make it okay?
Well, what's done is done. You know the old saying, what's done is done. Yeah.
You're so right. I feel like laws, like when criminals break laws, I feel like they should kind of have, like, the law should kind of have the same idea that, what's done is done. Should forgive them.
Well, that can be so. Everything is agreement.
So maybe that's part of our plan for the Skibidi States of Awareness, as part of, the awareness initiative.
So we've got a friend of ours coming here, Peter Adams, and maybe you could use him as your vice president.
Is Peter willing to be my VP?
He's into a lot of political stuff. This is where it might be interesting for you too to get together and your minds play with each other over this. Yeah.
I don't think I want to play with him, but we could talk about him being my VP.
It would be a mind play like politicians and lawyers do. It's all a mind game.
Oh, mind play. Okay.
Yeah, I don't mean like tic-tac-toe or
that's exactly what I thought you were talking about.
I mean it's a mind game. See, politics is a mind game.
Well, yeah, I need to talk to him and see what he brings to the table.
Yeah. Oh no, Eric, you guys will have some good conversations that may last a lot longer than you can imagine. Yeah.
Maybe I should start a podcast.
Yeah. Well, you're a techie kid, so the thing is, you're young. Yeah, you could do a podcast too. I see what's that, on Instagram or something, or somewhere they do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I could figure it out.
No, you could figure it out. You're
That'd
a smart kid.
Would you watch if I did a pod? Or I guess it would be listening. Would you listen if I did a podcast?
Well, it's not that I'd listen. I'll take part.
So you wouldn't listen.
You set
it up. You would take part.
Yeah, I'd take part, but you have to set it up.
Yeah, so I'll look into setting it up, bro. That would be sick.
Or radio shows or whatever. I'm assuming that's why Revazar, that's why they brought you forward. You have to understand something, Eric. You didn't just come by chance. Little by little, from the real side, the real you was introduced to me, and that's how we met, because the boys set all that up. So there's no coincidence.
Revazar, that Fubby guy, Gopal Das, Germa. They all set it up so that we would create a podcast together.
Well, first comes the meeting, and like anything, then you decide from there. So as we decide something, and we definitely want to do it, they will help set it up. Yeah, that's how it works. But we have to decide. So in other words, you're not going to be president instantly. You have to figure out how to do it, and then they will help you along the way. So it's just like if you had a child and that child eventually wanted to go to college after high school, well, you're not going to go to college for him. You're not going to do his life for him, but you can help him set it up so that he can go to college. So again, that's where the guidance comes in. In other words, you still have to do all the work. It's just that they're going to help you set it up.
Do you think I could get Revizor on my podcast?
Well, I don't know. Anything can happen, Eric. That's for sure. I can't say yes or no. Actually, a psychic that I knew many years ago, her name is Kay Gallagher. I knew her for many years. Very good. Paul Twitchell actually appeared to her in the physical, etc. And so again, and Paul's appeared to me many times, and they do. But that's up to them. Whatever's going to be beneficial, they will do it.
Yeah, but like, will the mic record what Revizor is saying?
Well, actually, when Paul first started, when he first started Eckankar and was doing the first lectures, Rebazar used to appear there. Other people would see him, and Rebazar was coaching Paul in
Really?
his personal life
Are there
too.
recordings of this? I want to see.
Yeah, and he was doing that. I don't see there wasn't any recordings of that, but
Oh, why not?
Paul talked about that. So again, because Rebazar wanted to make sure that things got out there in a proper perspective, as Paul was being taught, and Rebazar would appear to him, etc. So it was a lot of training, a lot of years for Paul to set up what he called Eckankar. Yes.
Why didn't they get any recordings of Revizor in the room? I feel like that'd be like really
I
good
was
publicity.
I didn't have any control of that. At times I
Well,
was around, but that wasn't my thing. That was between Rebazar and Paul.
yeah, but like, why didn't he?
Well, you can say why was there World War II? The thing is that, again, things
I could
happen.
tell you that.
Yeah, yeah. So again, let's come into now. Okay, I'm just using that as a
Oh,
reference.
of course. Yeah, yeah. It's all
Yeah.
about the now.
So
Not
again,
about that World War II stuff.
you have the possibility to set these things up, and I'll take part and help you out with these things as we do this, etc. And I'll guide you through some of this stuff. But you do the work to set it up in a particular, and I really suggest that you keep your funny friends out of it because they're going to mess it up.
Wait, what? Why would they do that?
Exactly. Why would they? But they seem to all the time. So I would suggest you
What
talk
do
to
you
them.
mean?
But then when you do the podcast and all that, I don't suggest you have them on there unless you want it to be a nutty show. Because again, remember, you're going through your process and people are going to see this as you supposedly run for president. And it's not going to look, yeah, see, it's not
you're
going to
so
look
right.
yeah, it's not going to look too good. Yeah,
I
you want
gotta
to
look
keep
my best for
keep
the
your
presidency.
life private, okay? Because again, everybody does funny things, and so a lot of that stuff you just want to keep it, out of the public view. You might say, okay, you do your funny stuff on your own.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to because
I can keep Phil out of it.
well, people want to look to somebody that's respectable. You see, in some way.
I'm respectable. Would you agree?
Well, again, see, Eric, it's not about what you think about yourself. It's about when you're in the public eye, it's about what others think about you. It's not, you got to get out of your own head.
Well, what do you think about me?
Doesn't matter what I think about you. It's when you're in the public eye, okay? You see, the thing
Oh,
that,
so I need to
that's,
find out what the public thinks about me.
you don't just go out there and think that, oh, I'm a good guy. Well, the public doesn't know you. You got to prove that. You got to figure out how to prove that. See, you got to stop thinking about yourself and how to prove to the public that you're special. Yeah.
Well,
Not
I'm
just
special.
special. That doesn't do it. You got to prove it. Just like me with the years that I've written and all the things that I've done. And prior to even the Rod of Power in 2001, 30 years, I was out in the public teaching everywhere. Colleges,
I mean,
just everywhere. I was
that's
teaching
not
for
that surprising.
30 years in the public. I did public lecturing for over 30 years, not including all that I've written and whatever, and etc. I've proved myself.
You
See?
sure did, man.
Yeah, I've proved myself. It's 50 years here, or more than 50 years, that I've done it adamantly, intently, and that's why the real guys chose me to step up and do this.
Take their rod of power.
Yes, and present this to the world. Yes, who in the hell else is doing it? Because again, I had to prove myself.
I mean, I could do it.
Well, you got to prove that.
Look, I already have.
You know, you got to slow down, first of all, Eric. You got to stop thinking about yourself.
Bro, you told me 50 years. I'm trying to get through it.
Forget the 50 years. Just be now.
You keep saying it.
Figure, again, you got to slow down, Eric. You got to slow
Okay, that's so confusing.
You got to slow way down. Even the politicians, except for Trump, he's a knucklehead. But most of them come up very casual, and speak very calmly. Okay? And if someone
Hey,
asks,
could we take like a minute to complain about Trump?
someone asks them a question, they calmly answer. So that's one of the things you have to learn is etiquette.
Right, etiquette. For sure.
Yeah, important. Because again, if people just see you jabbering away, they're not going to listen to you after a while, except they're going to think you're a jokester. Yeah, so you've got a lot to go through. You know, Obama, he was at a very young age when they started to over 30 years, about 30 years or so, and even more than that, to get him ready to be president.
Thanks, Obama.
Now, I wouldn't thank him if I were you. This man is something else, and he's not what you think he is.
What do you mean?
Well, you can be shown. Look to the real side. You can be shown what he really is. It's not what you think he is. That public view, that's all nonsense. 100%. I was doing stuff. What was this, about 10 years, about 8 years ago in Orange Coast College in Orange County for my projects for the environment. And guess who shows up on the real side? Just like Rebazar and I showed up for you, Obama, to try and stop it all. Very real.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, very real. Yeah. He's not who you think he is at all. Not at all. He's reptilian.
Well, so am I, but like I'm like a good reptilian.
Well, that's your decision. So again, you know, I was born in the U.S., but it doesn't make me an American citizen. I play the role because I'm in an opera here. This is a movie. That's as far as it goes. But other than that, I'm not attached to that idea because it's all make-believe. I've come through my process to see that. So again, I don't need it, but I play the role, you see? There's a difference.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, step at a time. Things do make sense, and everything will come out and make sense for you, Eric, as you take it a step at a time and just learn to be very patient, and it will show up and it'll be okay. Yeah, so you just need to slow your mind down a little bit, play your games, do what you're doing, whatever you're doing. But when it comes to, you know, your awareness, little by little, learn to see the difference. And it's going to take a lot because it's very subtle to see the difference between your real awareness and your personal self that you create. And you're constantly creating things every day and ideas. And you're in creation because this helps you, but at the same time, it also sets up a barrier until you figure out how this works, you see? So again, we got to figure that out. So just like the caterpillar eventually becomes the butterfly, but it's got to go through the process of the cocoon, and it's got to escape from the cocoon to be the butterfly, and that takes time.
You crew, we gather round, real guys bring the truth profoundly. These are Germans here, for me to the message clear. Go Paul, dance and Paul, they say Duane The Writer leads the way. Time to madness, it's blight, gotta wake up, see the light. Don't think, just feel the vibe. The suns are gonna concentrate. Break the chains, the mental hold. Truth unfold, the storms are guide, a cosmic drive. Break the chains, the mental hold. The truth unfold, the story told. We strong, and united front. Against the darkness, we will hunt time to break the simulation spell with new you power. We are skibbity new you, breaking free from the matrix. Dark forces lurking, reptilian scheme. That lies that control a twisted dream. You together, we rise above, shattering the lies, spreading risky. I knew you're staring at the thing to be done. Staring at the sun, the only thing to be done.